Hello, ladies. We are at the final week. We are at week 6. Thank you guys for joining me tonight. Again, we're going to dive straight in. Tonight is the night that we talk about what your grand opening looks like. You have already passed everything else. You have been through licensing. You have been through fire, occupancy, health. You have done all of your staff orientations, all your staff files, all your children's files. You set up all the classrooms. You got all the handboards and all the baseboards and stuff cleaned up. You got everything that's needed for the child care is set up, and what's left is to let the community know that you are here. So that's what we're talking about here on week 6. Again, I am Dr. Cortisha Cowan, aka Coach Tish, the Childcare Boss herself. I am here to teach you how to build, activate, have wisdom, serve, and execute. So we are in that final week where we are executing everything you've learned in this last 5 weeks on week 6. So today it is all about what the grand opening looks like. Congratulations for reaching this milestone, ladies. Congratulations for getting to the space in the place where it's your time, it's your turn, and it's your season to now be able to step in and open up your child care center. Whether you've done a home base or you've done a actual brick and mortar, both of them takes time, energy, money, and execution. And so I am so glad that you joined me this 6 weeks. I'm so proud of you for getting through it. All of you that I've already had our 1-hour coaching calls with, I know that you have learned more about me individually. I've learned more about you. I'm so happy to be walking with most of you into this position. So even outside of our 6 weeks, we are still working with one another to get things going. So as you are going back and watching these weeks, if you are still in the building stages, we are still going to celebrate you right now, because at the end of the day, preparation is key, and you set through this 6 weeks and got the preparation you need to now launch into your next level of the childcare industry. So again, welcome. It is time to dive into what does it look like to get your grand opening together. Okay, so y'all know it's something about me with the number 7. Number 7 is completion, 8 is new beginnings. And so I do a lot of my stuff. Anything I do, most of it has 7 steps, because I like to complete things. Whatever I start, I want to complete it, okay? So that's what tonight is about. You are finalizing the preparations. You've done your walkthrough. You've made sure the daycare's smelling good, looking good. Everything is labeled. Everything is put together. You made sure the development of your enrollment is set up. What does your enrollment procedures look like? And the reason why I say the enrollment needs to be done also at this part, because when you're doing your grand opening, it should be in conjunction with an open house, right? So the goal is to get these families. The goal is to get the community going. The goal is to get everybody understanding that you are about to open your doors. So you should also have an enrollment procedure. You should have some packages already ready for the families that will show up that night when they take a tour. You should have some of your staff already there. I usually try to have all my staff, unless they are already working another job and waiting on me to open. The goal is to have all of them there. Of course, your husband or your significant other and your children, if you have any, to have everybody be a part of this milestone in this night. So communicating with all of the families that you're having this open house and this grand opening. Make sure you're communicating with the local churches around you, communicating with the local elementary schools and middle schools around you, communicating with all the birthing centers that are around you. Whatever is around you that's dealing with children, you want them to be a part of it. Another thing I also do is sometimes I have someone from the health department or someone from a local medical place that is willing to do on-site physicals. I try my best to have them there that night, so that you can also be able to say you have a family that wants to enroll, but they don't have access to Medicare, Medicaid, or they don't have insurance. Sometimes I try to turn my open houses into health and wellness as well, by having someone on site that can do their physical right then and there. So when that baby enrolls or that child enrolls, you have their physical done. That's just something I've added to mine. You don't have to have it in yours, but it does help to be connected to someone in the healthcare industry so that they can be there. Make sure that you have implemented your healthy and safety protocols. So making sure all your fire exits are unblocked during the open house, making sure your staff knows if something was to happen even at your grand opening, that you all know how to get out of there. Okay. Again, making sure that you are ready to set up and build relationships again with some of those companies I just named, some of those places I just named. Just getting to let the community know who you is. That's why I call us bosses. We build, we activate, we have wisdom, but we also serve. You serve your families, you serve the community, you serve yourself, you serve your staff. So being able to serve your community is also being able to build relationships. So making sure that you are building the relationships necessary for that. And then celebrating your grand opening, making sure that you can try to get media or radio. Try to just do something, start your own podcast and let it be the first thing you talk about. Whatever that looks like for you, this is that time. This is that time to make sure you have everything in place and that you're ready to move forward when it comes to the grand opening. And then I usually make that open house feel, that grand opening feel, last a few days. So even after the grand opening, still being at the building and being open daily for a couple days until your actual open date, just in case you have more parents that want to come by and enroll their children or to look at your center. The same with in-home childcare centers. I always try to get with my local markets, your neighbors, letting them know, hey, today I'm having a grand opening, just giving them like a little treat bag that you can take door to door and say, hey, by the way, I know we don't usually talk in the neighborhood, or we do. Here is a thank you for, here's a thank you bag for allowing me to be able to take up some of the street today. I'll have more cars than usual because I'm having a grand opening for my childcare center, my in-home center. Also, if you know anybody that's looking for childcare, please send them my way today. The next 3 days, I will also be taking open enrollments just to let your neighbors feel like they are a part of it and they are involved, okay? So that's another thing that you want to do. You want to make sure that if you're a home child care center, you're just letting your neighbors know, at least for that day, that you will have more traffic than usual because you're doing a grand opening for the opening of your home child care center. Okay. And then some people, sometimes they don't do it at the home. They pick a facility or a place where they want to do a big grand opening. You could do that as well, and then have a board with what your in-home childcare center looks like to kind of show it off. And then you can set up some private tours for those that truly want to see the center itself. And then, of course, you can always have a family day where you allow your family members to come in and see what it is that you've done. If you just don't have nosy Nancy's that just want to come be nosy, that they actually really been praying with you, fasting with you, and just pushing you to open your child care center. That's something that you can do as well for those that are having home child care centers. Again, it's going to be short and sweet. The 6 weeks, I actually wrote it out again. So the breakdown of today will be on a form that you will receive in an email when you receive this link, for those that will want to look back at this video, because of course it is being recorded. And then at a later date after my birthday, May 28th, you guys will be able to get this off of my YouTube channel. So you'll be able to go back and watch it at a later date as well. I do have a couple team members that saying, hey, you need to keep it private. Those that were in the group should be able to get it, but those that weren't in the group, they should still be purchasing this from you, because these people also had to purchase it. And I understand, but I just feel like sometimes old content should just be given out. And so you guys got the best of me. And so this is just for others that are trying to open childcare centers. So we'll see what that look like. But no matter what, you guys will have the links to go back and watch these at a later date, because you did purchase the 6-week packet. Okay. So again, I just want to thank you for taking the time to allow me to pour into you for 6 weeks, take the time to teach you and show you the ropes of how to be a childcare owner and not just own an actual building. Most people think that being a childcare owner means just getting a building, getting an administrator, and letting them do everything. No, to be a true owner is to show up, is to be there, to be accountable for the fact that you have just opened up a building that will that will have young children in it and that will have staff. So even though you're the owner of something, you need to also still be available, at least to the administrator. But I try to be available to anybody that needs me. I'm not one of those owners that was untouchable. Okay. And even though I was not the administrator of my actual centers in 2016, because I did something unique with my daycares, I became the administrator. But because I run a nonprofit organization for homeless teenage moms, and that's what I do on a daily basis outside of my business coaching and my childcare coaching, it's best for me to have actual admins over my facilities. But I do check in on my facilities when I had them on a weekly basis. Before I moved to Georgia and Ohio, I was overseeing 6 and I owned 4 of my own, but I helped open over 100 childcare centers within the Ohio region. And now since I've been to Childcare Bawse University, that number has even grown. We are also opening a center in Nigeria. We've helped establish a community center in Cape Town, South Africa. So there's a lot of different things that go along with being a childcare boss. I do have retreats and things that you guys will be able to be a part of at a discounted rate because you are now a childcare boss. Anybody that take any classes that I have or any membership programs that I have, or even just take a part in being me as a coach, you have stepped in. And so because you sowed that seed into me, then you reap a harvest of being able to be connected to the childcare boss, being able to be connected to somebody who has been a business coach for over 26 years. So yes, I don't just do childcare, but I love childcare. I eat, sleep, and breathe nonprofit and early education. Those are my two major backgrounds that I love. But I do help with home health agencies. I've helped with service-based houses. So I do a lot more, but that's why I do a lot of these type of classes now. So again, I just wanted you to know that you are in good hands when it comes to the Childcare Bawse University, and that I thank you again for just being a part of this 6 weeks. And within this 6 weeks, I did tell you, if you guys have been looking at these pictures and any of the illustration I actually make myself. So at the end of the day, if you even need help in that area, we are here to support you and help you and guide you in that as well. But bringing you to this final 6 weeks, this chapter has closed as far as getting you ready, getting you set up and ready to go in the childcare industry. I hope I was able to show you, support you in that endeavor. And again, some of you have already added me as your childcare coach, and I can't wait to dive into our individual sessions. But I want you to know that I am still available for you because you purchased this product. All you have to do is email me or my team, and any of the Childcare Bawse teams will get back with you. I do have some major things coming up for the Childcare Bawse University in 2015 that we will be announcing this winter in 2024 to get us launched and ready for 2025. We also have like the Boss jackets coming out. You'll be able to see those in a minute. We just have a whole lot of different things that are going to be coming down the pipeline for the Childcare Bawse University, along with my own training center. So you will be able to fly your staff in and be trained under me, and they can fly back to where they need to be working at your childcare center. So we will give you guys all of that information at a later date. Again, this one was going to be short, bittersweet, because I did enjoy you guys all. Those that I got to do the individual coaching, I really enjoyed our time together. And for those that are opening home childcare centers, you still have a lot of work to do. Even though you're not opening a center base, it's still some things that we got to get done. So again, if you have not gotten your 1 hour free coaching call from me from purchasing this packet, please get with me. And for those that have, it was a pleasure working with you, supporting you, and guiding you on this journey. And just understand that you need to celebrate, because you are stepping into a space that is necessarily needed, a place that children is waiting for you. Your voice in your center is called to a certain group of women and a certain group of children. And so just know, don't take it lightly when you step into this arena, because you are taking people's children into your care. which is very, very important, but also you have to take very, very seriously. Okay, this is not just to make money. If you are in this industry, it should be to change lives, which is why we call ourselves the Childcare Bawse. BAWSE. We build, we activate, we have wisdom, we serve, and we execute. And that's what I want you to get from being a part of the Childcare Bawse University. Again, thank you so much for taking the time to be with me on this 6-week journey. I hope that you've learned a lot. I hope that we're able to work together, and please send me videos if I can't make it to your grand openings. Send me some pictures. I want to celebrate with you all. And again, have a blessed night. And if you have any other questions, please feel free to reach out to me or my team. We are here to support you. And congratulations on becoming a Childcare Bawse, BAWSE. Go out there and build, go out there and activate, go out there and grow some more wisdom, go out there and serve, and make sure you execute in style. Okay? God bless you. Have a good night.